¿cómo están? Yo soy Karim Sabat de PowerOfMetal.cl y aquí estoy con Daniel de Texture, con quien vamos a estar conversando. Texture, banda que se va a estar presentando en Chile en el Cl.Prog, el festival más grande del prog y prog metal del Sudamérica. Así que nada, hi Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay, Daniel, how do you feel about being part on Texture, being part of Cl.Prog, the most important, I think, prog and prog metal festival of South America?
Well, it's fantastic, actually. This is the first time for us as Textures in South America and to be a part of this fantastic festival in Chile with which a lot of fans already asked us to play. It's just amazing and an honor to be there, and together with Lepers will be and a lot of other Chilean bands will be amazing. So we're really looking forward to it.
Ok, así que bueno, vamos a hacer una pequeña traducción para que vayan entendiendo la gente que no habla inglés. Ellos están muy emocionados de ser parte de Cl.Prog, el festival este que se está realizando, y no solo estar tocando metal con bandas extranjeras, sino también con bandas chilenas que topan prog metal. Oye, Daniel, what is the difference or the singularity of textures in prog? Because if you say prog metal or prog rock, you have Dream Theater, you have Ratch, you have Opeth, and there are a lot of bands that, if you understand, are not the same. So, what is you think is the difference of textures?
I think we're bringing a little bit different to the table as we're more in between kind of death metal and progressive metal and rock. We're trying to incorporate every style which we love into the band. As said, like Texas was one of the first band who combined really the heaviness of Meshuggah and more like the other prog bands who were singing. So that was a different kind of era back then when the band started out, and a lot of bands followed after that. As I said, like in well, I haven't said it before, but a lot of bands stated us as influential band because they heard that, and actually that was one of the reason why Gent was created, because a lot of bands incorporated our style of music into their own bands and made it their own kind of style, which turned into Gent. So it is, I think, the combination of the fierce growling and the heaviness and the machinery together with combining the spheric attitude and the atmosphere, which would eventually lead to what textures is all about. We love to layer, so it makes a big sound, and as well very thrusting sound and pounding, which can make a heavy impact live.
Esa una respuesta larga, pero básicamente Texture nos dice que ellos son una mezcla, son una de las primeras bandas que tomó el sonido oscuro y el poderoso sonido de Mechuga y lo mezcló con el rock pesado y con el heavy metal y el prog metal y lograron hacer este estilo que es una serie de capas que van sumando a lograr el sonido actual de Texture. So, Daniel, what do you think? Why do you think the prog rock and prog metal is growing so much in the world? Because so many years ago, if you are a prog metal band or a prog rock, you are only for the proggy guys. And
Mhm.
but now, if you see the charts, the prog metal like you, Paula, I don't know. mm, um, a lot of bands, I don't remember right now, they are
Mhm.
gaining so much
Recognition.
yes, that. What
Yeah.
do you think it's happened?
Well, I don't know exactly what happened. I think maybe maybe it was because of COVID. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I don't know really what happened. But there are so many good progressive bands out there, which also can, well, hit the charts a little bit because they also have this kind of rock vibe. A progressive band doesn't keep one kind of style. So when you have it's not only metal. When you see like Steven Wilson is also a guy who is a progressive guy who can make pretty heavy music sometimes from time to time, but he can also make, well, songs which just hit the charts because it's so poppy sometimes. I think that is the reason why it's so easy for rock radios to put them on the list, and that's good to hear. Although I'm in the Netherlands, it didn't change much, I have to be honest. And maybe in South America it does, but it's just a theory. So I really don't know why it is what that it becoming grow. It's becoming bigger. I can see it from the bands which are starting in Holland as well, like Charlotte Wessels, who was in the lane. It's also growing popularity and playing massive shows right now, as well as we did. Now we came back and we played all these big festivals, which we didn't really do in the past, like some festivals we haven't played in a while, or and now we're back and playing all these festivals for a lot of people. So, but to be honest, I don't really know the exact reason, but I think that's the reason, one of the reason why.
Básicamente le preguntamos por qué cree él que fue lo importante que ha hecho que el prog metal esté creciendo tanto. Y dice que si bien él cree que el cambio vino después del COVID, de hace como 5 años, puede ser que el prog metal y el prog rock no es solo metal, sino que después pone como ejemplo a Steven Wilson, que en el fondo a veces es rock pesado y a veces algo más melódico. Y tú estás escuchando una persona que puede ampliar y llegar a distintos públicos siendo que es una banda de prog. Entonces el prog se ha vuelto, por decirlo así, más aterrizado. And what do you think that in Chile there is happening right now and for third time a rock metal festival, and this time it's in an open space because last year and it was in a theater and now it's an
Oh,
open air.
oh wow. I didn't know that, to be honest.
Yes,
So
it's the third time in
for
open air this year.
all right. And does that mean also there are more people? Or
Yeah,
well, great. Well, good to hear. That means they're growing, and that's also always a good idea and a good to know. I think Chile has also always been a country where, well, metal and prog metal is huge because, as I said, like in the past, we had so many responses every time we would release a tour flyer or a show for a festival. We had so many people saying, "Come to Chile," and I know we're not the only band because so many bands out there, also friends of us, who is it's almost like a running gag, or which we could say like, "Come to Chile," because a lot of people say that. So it's always like so. And now to be coming there is just it's fantastic, and it's good to see like that these kind of festivals also in South America are just growing. Although I know metal is in whole South America is gigantic. If I see like our friends from Epica who are playing big stadiums, and with Temptation playing big stadiums over there, it's amazing how many people come out to these kind of shows. So for to play as for us in Chile and South America as in a whole is just a dream, and we can't wait to play there and experience what all our friends already had. So yeah, let's go.
Ahora recién se enteró de que esta vez el festival Cl.Prog va a ser un open air, se acaba de enterar de que es open air, y sí, siempre recibía invitaciones y siempre veía que era como un gag que ponían un cartel Texture que viene a Chile y ponían respuesta al tiro, come to Chile, perdón, que el Texture salía de gira y venía y se dio la oportunidad que está creciendo tanto el prog metal que esta vez ser parte de un festival de prog les parece fascinante. De hecho, sus amigos de Epica le han hablado de lo fascinante que es venir a Chile y que está creciendo. And what do you think the people can expect from a Texture show? Because it's your first time in Chile, and you know the Chilean fans are very loud, are very crazy, and even in
Hmm. Yeah.
prog metal shows, you can see because you put some death metal music, you can maybe see some fire in the audience. So, what can the people from can expect from Texters?
I think what they can expect is like a variety of our catalog, what we played in the past. Like as I said last year, we also had to think about what we're what we would play, and we also made like our complete catalog. We played every song which we would think that would fit into this in our set. To be fair, we haven't discussed about Chile because I think it's different, and we would really want to give people an experience of textures which they hope to see and they hope to hear. Um, we are guaranteed to bring a fiery live show. Like we also have a lot of high energy on stage. We are loving that because what we want to see, we also what I meant to mean is like what we want to see from another band on stage. That is what we also try to bring on the stage for the people because we love that. But it's not only fire. We also love to shift back to a more atmospheric song. So that's what people can expect. Um, so they can expect a variety of different songs, not only like high pressure, but also more atmospheric songs, and of probably their favorites they'll come by as well because we know people will love to hear those songs and love to sing along, and that's something definitely that they can expect.
Texture dice que va a traer toda la energía, pero va a traer una mezcla de su catálogo, tanto canciones más nuevas como canciones más viejas. Recordemos que igual hace tiempo que nos vamos a preguntar un poquito más de lo que se viene en material, pero además se van a encontrar con un show que va a mezclar la potencia con la atmósfera, con todo lo que hace famoso la música de Texture, así que no se lo pierdan ahí en Cl.Prog. So, the people are asking, obviously, when we will have another Texture's album because maybe 10 years the last one,
Yeah, last
9 years.
record we released was 2016. And to be fair, yeah, we're in the studio right now.
Wow.
So,
Today.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially, yeah. We've been writing for a longer time right now, and we're recording a new record as we speak. So when we go to Chile, the record is recorded. So yeah, people can expect a record this year.
And maybe you will play something in Cl.Prog.
I cannot guarantee
Okay.
that. Maybe, but that will be a surprise yet.
Okay, but we will have the new album of Sector this year.
Yeah, yeah. Not in when we come to Chile because we still have to we still have to
So promo.
finish it and yeah, exactly, and mix everything. So eventually, people can expect a new album around fall.
Ok, so, bueno, nos cuenta que ya se viene el nuevo álbum de Extur, que este año van a tener un nuevo álbum, preguntamos, y que de hecho, probablemente cuando lleguen a Chile ese álbum va a estar listo, no va a estar lanzado y no puede garantizar, quizás haya alguna sorpresa y nos presenten algún single de ese álbum, pero por ahora están, de hecho en este momento está en el estudio. So, is the difference of Textures 2025 and Texture 2016? Because if you are making a new album, normally you do an album like 2 years or 1 year, but it happens like 10 years. So your head is changing, your likes for music is changing. So I think that's all that things goes to the music.
Yeah, definitely. What you said is exactly what happened. In the years we split up and we had our different ways, our different paths. We also gained more musical interests and more baggage, which means you can experience more, experiment a little bit more with new songs and new material. And it is definitely you can still hear its textures, but we evolved as a band. And you can hear that in the music as well. And I think we've been growing. We grew and matured more with this new record. That is what I think people can hear when they listen to the new album. We never think about what the fans really want to hear. I think we know what the people want to hear, but still, it's our own musical interests and our experiences and our all in general, just our feeling, which is going into this album, which we are certain it will be an album everybody will love, but it's definitely different. Definitely, people maybe some things they wouldn't expect from us, but still, it's all in a way. It's textured. You can hear it through the whole record that it is us. Although sometimes it'll be a little bit more different than people expect, but still, it is textured all the way.
Bueno, nos dice que obviamente le pregunté directamente que cómo es componer un álbum después de 10 años. De hecho, ellos se separaron entre medio y volvieron, y esto les llevó a conocer nuevas músicas, a madurar, y obviamente todo eso influye en la creación del álbum, y que obviamente eso se va a notar y que vamos a tener un texture que a la vez es el clásico texture, pero con cosas que van a sorprender y que en el fondo ellos no piensan en qué quiere el fan. Ellos hacen lo que les gusta y suponen que eso al final termina gustando al fan. Do you think that this thing that you don't do what fans like, it's easier in prog and in prog metal, because prog is something that you can say improvising,
Evolved.
do new
Yeah.
things, experimenting.
Hmm.
It's not like a heavy metal or thrash metal that it's the same, not the same chords, but you have to stay in the box. Here you can
Yeah.
go outside the box and do whatever you think.
Definitely. I think that is one of the beautiful things about prog. It's not only prog metal, but it's also like to be fair, although the Beatles were pop, they were also prog. And
Yeah.
they made so many different albums. And it's not really for one thing. It's same with Queen. Queen also made different albums,
Or
which
Iron
were
Maiden, it's
completely
not the
different
same.
music. Yeah, exactly. So if you think back to that, like it's from all ages and everybody was just made their own thing and recorded and wrote what they felt like. And that's the same with us. It's prog is progressive. It progresses. It's actually right in the word of progressive rock, metal, pop. It is it's unbinding. There is no border. You can go every way you want and it's still progressive. Even though if you go, yeah, but if you could go into more an electrical way, more electronic way, you could go more pop way or more complete dark metal kind of way. It's still progressive as long as you keep evolving yourself within the barriers which you have. But and the funny thing is there are no barriers, so that is just perfect. And I think that is what progressive music defines, and you can just experiment all the way you want.
And you can feel some different textures like your name.
Definitely, yeah. If you listen to all the albums and from past to what we're recording right now, you could also hear like we go every way. From like Polars was the first album, which was really tough and experimental and like woo, went everywhere, and people were like, "Whoa, what is this?" And to Drawing Circles were, which was also the technical stuff, but more also more song wise kind of record songs, and but also those atmospheric parts in between. And then you had like Silhouettes, which was one massive song and well, from a personal favorite of mine, even though I wasn't on the album. Yeah, I love that album. It's like from the beginning to the end, it's a fantastic album. And then you have Dualism. That's my first album, but that is also a complete different album. So you can go everywhere on the fact like when you're a progressive band. So yeah, and I love it.
Ok, le pregunté directamente si él piensa que de alguna forma componer progresivo tiene algunas ventajas en el sentido que puedes hacer de todo, y él sí lo reconoce, dio una respuesta muy larga para explicarla, pero en el fondo es eso, el progresivo, él lo compara con los Beatles, todos los discos son distintos y todos son discos magníficos, y uno no puede decir que los Beatles hicieron la misma música todo el tiempo. Así también nombra a Queen, también yo nombré a Iron Maiden. Las bandas tienen la gracia del progresivo, que puedes incluir electrónica, incluir sonidos de metal, incluir sonidos más atmosféricos, y todo suma, si lo combinas bien, termina siendo eh, prog metal, y eso y es lo que le encanta. De hecho, nos dice que la gracia, por ejemplo, de Texture es que todos sus discos son bastante distintos y a la vez son textures. Okay, Daniel, I think we are ending now the interview, so I want to thank you for being here, and I want to ask you if you can send say something to the fans that are expecting to see textures in Cl.Prog, the newest and the most, not newest, the most important festival of prog and prog metal of South America.
Yeah. Well, we are really looking forward to come to Chile for the very first time ever. We were really looking forward to it to see our Chilean fans and play in this fantastic festival, where we really absolutely have no idea what to expect, and we are really looking forward to it to see everybody up front and go crazy and see Texas for their first time. So we all see you that we will all see you out there, and let's go.
Ok, así que obviamente Daniel está contentísimo de venir a Chile por primera vez con Texture y que quiere a los fans vueltos locos y que vayan al CL Pro y lo disfruten y lo pasen chancho, como diríamos los chinos. Ok, Daniel, thank you for the interview. Have a nice evening and see you at CL Pro in some months.
Yeah, 2 months
Yes,
time, 2 months and one day.
yes. See ya.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
having me, and we all see you there.
See ya.
All right, cheers. Bye bye.